Hi, it's Mike with Not Vampron, and today I'm going to swap fuel injectors. What I have here is a set of 4 fuel injectors. I ordered these directly from Marco Manzi. He has a link on the Samba, and I'll put that link below. These are supposed to have better flow and better spray patterns than most injectors I've out there, I believe. And I don't know the condition of my old fuel injectors. They came with this engine that I bought off Craigslist. So let's crack open the packages and see what we have here. All right, here's what we have. New O-ring for the injector, new fuel line, and new hose clamps. Let's get this installed. Alright, I pulled my air box out. Now you can see the injector wires right here. These are your injector wires, and you just want to pull these 2 plugs off by pressing the spring clip down, and that'll release the tension and you can pull them off. So we'll just pull this down and pull it out. Do that with the other one also, and just set those to the side. Alright, next here you may notice I have this custom fuel rail. A friend of mine made this for me. Pretty nice. But on that is the fuel lines here. I think these are going to be easier to loosen up now before I pull the nut off for the fuel injectors. So I'm going to loosen those up now. Alright, the injectors are out, hose clamp screws are out. I'm going to manhandle these hose clamps off of my fuel rail here now. Alright, change of mind here. Because I have no reason to save these hoses, and I have new hoses, I'm just going to help cut these right off. I figure it's way easier to then try and get it off there. We'll just make a couple slices in here, and it should give some relief, and I can get these off easier. So we'll keep going from there. Now I'm going to figure out how to pull these injectors apart. Alright, see, now that I slid that through, I should slide the injector right out. It makes it easier on the second one, right? Second row rings off. There's our clamp that we need for the engine. Here's my old injectors. Let's put those on. Let's put the new injectors on that. So if you know how I'm handling things here, you may have noticed that there's a good reason to leave these protective caps on the engine injectors. That way I'm not getting dirt or anything in there. Alright, let's get these new ones reassembled. So we put these together. Round side goes towards the connector. So round side towards the connector here. And then you put the retaining O-ring on. So there's one side put together. You see the O-ring is all in the nice slot. The retaining piece holds against it. Let's put the other side on now. Okay, so before I put these in here, I want to make sure these are good and tight here. Just I want to give them another, yep, that's torqued. And that one's, oh, there's a little bit more torque on that maybe. That one's still good and tight. Back to this one last time. Alright, because I have custom fuel rails, I'm going to measure my fuel line and trim these lines that came with it down a tad, just so they fit my custom setup. Alright, I got my custom fuel rails to finally line up, and I got the nut started. I'm pretty sure I put the or the bolt started, and I have the star lock washer on there, and I'm going to tighten this down now. Now to the hose clamps for the fuel line. Now look at that. The screw came out. Alright, now that the hose clamps are on and everything's tight here, I'm just going to put the connectors back on here until they snap. 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 Alright, at this point, I can put this air box on, but I'm going to leave the side open so I can look in here and tell what looks different from the other side as I'm doing it, right? Alright, now for the driver's side, we're going to do the same things. We're just going to come in here, pull these two connectors off, loosen up the two hose clamps, slide them back, cut the line, and undo this bolt for holding the injectors in. So now you saw me do it on this side. I'm going to make sure the side's done real quick, and we'll come back to it. And voila, there's the driver's side injectors. Alright, same process for these ones as I did before. Again, I'm going to cut these fuel lines down. I probably don't need to looking at it, but I'm going to make the cut anyways and make sure everything matches up, just because that way we know it matches up, right? Oop, let's slide these back first. Just because we all know that getting clamps on the end of a cut hose is a lot harder than getting it on when it's already on, right? Again, you put these together, bold side out, and then you slide your O-ring on. Alright, both of these are on. Let's get these installed. Alright, the injector's installed, so now I just want to line up my fuel lines and pop these on. Alright, there they're on. Slide these up and tighten these hose clamps down now. Quarter-inch nut driver seems to fit these just right. Alright, we're just going to put the fuel injector signal wires back on. And I'm going to replace the spark plug wire I pulled off so it wouldn't get in the way when we're working on this. And now I just got to put the airbox back on and we're done. Alright, I got the airbox put back in, the airbox connector on, everything's back in here, and now I'm just going to give it a start and see how it does. Alright, that's it for this time on Not Van Prawn. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below, and I'll see you next time.